Max the cat lived in a small house on the outskirts of the city, where he enjoyed great freedom to roam and explore. The owner of the house loved Max and took good care of him, but he allowed him to roam as he pleased. Max loved to wander and explore every corner of the neighborhood, climbing trees, chasing butterflies, and enjoying the warm sunshine. One day, while Max was lying under a tree gazing at the blue sky, he heard a discussion among a group of animals about the concept of freedom. The sparrow was saying, "Freedom is doing whatever we want, whenever we want." The turtle responded, "But can we really do everything we want? Aren't there limits to our abilities?" The rabbit intervened and said, "I believe absolute freedom is an illusion. We are governed by the laws of nature and the limits of our bodies. We cannot fly like birds or swim in the depths like fish." The turtle said, "My freedom ends where the freedom of others begins. There's a saying, 'You are free as long as you do not harm.' I think if we had absolute freedom, the world would be corrupted because we have different desires and are not angels." Max decided to share his perspective and said, "I think you are all right. Freedom is not absolute. It is limited by our capabilities and circumstances. We are governed by the laws of nature, but this does not mean we are without will. God has given us free will to choose between good and evil, between faith and disbelief. But at the same time, we are limited by our bodies and the laws of the earth." There was a moment of silence. Then the sparrow asked Max, "How can we understand this paradox? How can we be free and constrained at the same time?" Max wisely replied, "God created the universe and set its laws, and gave us the will to choose our path. We are free in our choices, but our choices remain within the limits of our capabilities and circumstances. Absolute freedom belongs to God alone, as He is the creator of the universe and everything in it. We live within these laws and make choices within them. This does not contradict our being free, but rather enhances our understanding of true freedom." The dog, visibly agitated, said, "Look at what humans do to each other. Their freedom and will, as you said, Max, are limited, yet they created rockets and nuclear bombs, killed each other, and seized each other's land. What if they had absolute freedom?" Max, moved by the dog's words, said, "Thank God, my friends, that we are animals. We do not fight to take away others' freedom or have to reclaim our freedom from others, nor do we need to free ourselves from the evil within us. Instead, we have the luxury of discussing the philosophy of absolute freedom." The animals realized Max's wisdom and understood that freedom is not in breaking every constraint or defying the laws of nature and the innate nature that God created us with, but in choosing the right path within the boundaries set by God. These boundaries are not restrictions, but protection for us.